So as I've mentioned in my previous video, you do need a quality deep power sample pack in order for you to achieve a powerful, punchy and quality drum kit. And I have you covered on that. You can simply go download my deep power sample pack. You'll find all of these packs on it, and it has a lot of sample sounds. But then for this video, I'm just gonna use a folder of packs that I've extracted from that whole deep power sample pack, so that I don't have to go through a list of, you know, thousands of sounds. So yeah, we're gonna use 2 kicks. Let's use the 2 kicks. I'll use one for the low frequencies and the other for the high frequencies. So let me just link this to the mixer and link this to the mixer as well. And then we're gonna plug in kicks like that. All right, as you can hear, this one has too many low frequencies, so I'm gonna use it for the low frequencies. And this one is more powerful on the it's more powerful on the high frequencies, so I'm gonna cut its lows and then just use it for its high frequencies, and then together this is how they will sound. All right, so that's just like generating your own unique kick. Now let's move on to the claps. I'm gonna add a clap like that. Fill each 8 steps. And then for the clap, what I just do is I add a reverb. And then I decrease the wet and I increase the dry. And then you just add a parametric EQ just to make sure that there are no low frequencies at all, because you're reserving this low frequency room for the kick and for your bass. Now I'm gonna add the heads. Let's do that. I'm gonna fill in each 4 steps and then fill 4 steps. So to move them, to shift them, I hold Control Shift and an arrow to the right. So now let's go add a percussion. I will add 2 percussions, but I'm still gonna apply an EQ to them. All right, so what I'll do is I'll cut the low frequencies on this one. And then I'll just add a delay to this one. So we are now done with our drum kit. I'm just gonna paste this to the playlist like that, then add a second pattern 2. This is where I'm gonna, you know, generate my sounds, add plugins. Let's go for, you can use any plugin, but we're gonna add a pad. There's this plugin I've been using recently. It has some nice sounds, so I'm gonna add a pad from this. If you don't have it, you can use whatever plugin that you have. Okay, let's go with that, but I'm gonna remove the low frequencies on it. And then let's use the minor 9th. So if you're a beginner on FL Studio, the minor 9th is a beautiful combination for you to use so that your pad and all of your sounds, they sound full and complete. Instead of using one note, let's transpose it an octave downward. So I'm gonna paste this to the mixer, add an EQ, and, you know, just remove the low frequencies. Not completely, just a bit. Now I'm gonna add some keys, same plugin, but you can use a different plugin of your choice. It doesn't have to be this one, but just add a plugged sound, right? I'm gonna look for a key, like some plugged key, maybe this one. It's not giving me what I want. Okay, let's go for that one. Okay, much better. Let's go to the piano roll and plug in our minor 9th. It's a very easy combination to use. You just plug and play. Okay, I think that's a bit too soon. Let's try transpose everything an octave downward, and then we can add a delay to it. Let's add a delay. Now let's add another key. I'm gonna use silent again. You can use whatever plugin of your choice, guys. Let's hunt for keys. Let's stick with that one. Take the volume downward. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna copy and paste, reduce the volume. Okay, transpose it an octave downward, but it has low frequencies on it, so I'm gonna remove them. Let's say high pass. Right, so we're just reserving this room for our kick and our bassline. You can separate your sounds like that, you know, just to play around with the stereo field. Now we can add another pad for more ambience. I'm gonna use the same plugin. Okay, let's use that. Copy, paste. Okay, we can transpose this an octave upward. Give it more delay and maybe a reverb too. We're gonna start with the EQ. It sounds too high. Let's give it a delay. Okay, not that delay. Let's use the delay 3. Give it a reverb. So now we're adding more touch to our song. We're gonna add a bass line. Use any bass sound you can find from whatever plugin. BS. Okay, let's stick with that. I'm gonna reduce the cutoff frequency. So the note is too high, but I'm gonna plug in the notes as on this higher octave, you know, just for me to be guided by my ghost lines over here. And then after, I'll transpose them downwards to give it a more bass sound. Okay, let me not duplicate this for now. Let me add another note maybe here. Okay. Alright, now I'm gonna transpose this an octave downward. What you do is you hold Control Shift and an arrow. Sorry, wrong combination. Control and an arrow downward. Now let's layer it up with another bass sound that has more low frequencies. Okay, let's use that one. For the low frequencies, I'll just use an E flute from Fruity DX10. Yeah, that one. And then we're just simply gonna copy and paste it. And then for the E flute, I'll transpose it an octave downward. So now we can have two different bass lines on our song just to add that variety, you know, on the timeline of the song. What I will do is I'll add a GMS and then add my favorite sequence of bass lines. I'll lay it up with another GMS. I will load my preset. Copy paste. Actually, let me use sustain 1. And then I'll lay it up with another preset. Copy, paste. Transpose it in an octave downward. Now we are gonna add our melody. I will use again silent. Okay, that's a good combination. It's an interesting sequence, but then we can play around with it. Let's play around with the sequence. Let me do that. So what I'm doing is I'm just playing around with these notes, but then if you notice, one thing is I stick on my dark gray, is it dark gray? These highlighted gray notes. So these are my ghost lines. Is it ghost lines or ghost notes? Yeah. So you know where they come from is they come from here. They come from this, right? So this is the note that we're playing on. So it's just gonna highlight that on every new layer that you add. So for you to stay in key, I advise you to always play on these notes. Nexus, plugged sounds, now I'll just copy and paste. So I'm done with adding the necessary sounds that I want for my track. What I'm gonna now do is arrange the track, because this is it's a 8-second loop, but now I wanna transform this loop into a 5-minute song, for example. So what I'll do is I'll have to break down my patterns. So I'll go to pattern 3 and split by channel so that I get every channel with every sound on its own. As you can see, my pairs are on one pattern. My bass line is on one pattern, like that. So I'm just like, separating the sounds. So I've managed to arrange the song to a 2-minute loop, but you can further rearrange the song to 5 minutes, add a bridge, add more sound FXs and all of that. So far this is how it sounds, and I'm going to leave it at that, but you can get the general idea of how you make a deep house song, using simple sounds and using mainly the minor 9th chord. So this is how it sounds. So that's how the beat sounds. It's a nice chilled deep house track that we made so quickly, and I hope you guys learned a lot of stuff from the video. how to rearrange a song, how to use the minor ninth to, in order to achieve a deep house beat. I'll catch you in my next video, guys. Cheers.